Well, it looks like we're not going to have the Monday Night Song tonight. Or today, for that matter. Gonna save it for next week. Sure you guys are going to be ready?
I will be ready. I will be ready. How thou brown cow.
Well, no, it's got to be one person playing, one person singing.
Yeah. I'll be singing. He'll be playing. Yeah. I'll be good.
I know it was last second, but
I'll be good. I've got the first part of the song.
It's a tease for next week. How about that?
I got a first part of the first song.
Going to the NBA lockout. Actually, you know what? Let's go to best and worst of the weekend. Evan, best and worst.
Best for me would be having a nice weekend to watch football finally after work.
Man, you're off for another 3 days.
I'm actually off for the next 3 days, yeah. So. Worst of the week would have to be the Bucks losing. Again.
Jake, what's your best and worst?
It's the same. Not as his, but just Green Bay winning again. That Tampa Bay game showed me a lot about Aaron Rodgers and that pass offense in cold weather. That was rough. Against a shaky Tampa team in cold weather that they're not used to. Aaron Rodgers looked a little shaky, and so if they keep winning and they get home field advantage,
okay, so wait,
they get to play in Lambeau.
All right, you're giving me like a paragraph. Give me one thing. Best and worst. I feel like I heard like 3 things all at once.
Well, Green Bay winning is the best because they're 11-0.
Okay.
That's great.
Right.
Worst is that they might get home field advantage and they play like crap in the cold.
Well,
they didn't play last year in the entire playoffs. They got to play.
They played in Philadelphia.
They played okay. They played okay in Chicago.
Yeah,
Atlanta
Chicago
was the only good game, and they destroyed Atlanta.
It's all about winning. All I do is win. All right. My best would be, I have to say, trying to think. Evan, give me my best.
You have a date today.
Ooh.
Ow, ow.
That is right.
Bound to
No, the weekend, not today.
The weekend.
That's part of the. It's
a really
Tuesday.
long weekend.
It's a long weekend. It's Tuesday.
Monday was.
You were off for a while.
Some dead guy's.
You were off for a while.
Birthday. Something.
What?
You were off for a while.
Just saying.
I'll just say my worst is Stevie Johnson. That'll be my worst of the weekend.
That was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
I didn't see the shoot yourself in the foot thing.
Funny enough, it was available on waivers. So, that's weird.
That's what it deserves. NBA lockout, it's over.
Yeah.
The best thing about
Merry Christmas to me.
And that's the best part is, the NBA now knows that we don't need them. We can do all this stuff without them. And also the fact that the games in November don't matter. And I really thought the games would be, if they were gonna ever have a season, it would be on Christmas Day. And keep looking at those matchups. You got the Knicks against the Celtics.
That'd be a great game.
Good one.
You start off with that. Then your lunch is my Heat against the Dallas Mavericks rematch. And then for dinner, you got the Bulls against the Lakers.
Pretty good game.
Nasty.
That's a perfect way to start off. And the best thing about this lockout is that every team will now be able, financially will be fine. The one team that people are forgetting about that will hurt them and will make them release players is the LA Lakers.
Yeah, they're gonna have.
What?
They finally took a key from like what the NFL did, what Major League Baseball did. Just got it done over
The worst league that did it at the last minute and did it at the wrong time was the NHL when they did it too late.
Yeah.
And if that's what the NBA was gonna do, then that would have been bad.
I mean, what the MLB did when they had their collective bargaining agreement was a handshake. That's how they solved it. A handshake.
They went to a bar.
Had a handshake, boom, it was done.
There
I
you
mean, the NBA kind of wised up and was like, okay, we need to get this done.
But I just hated when the players said that they were doing it for the fans. Shut up. No, you
They're doing
weren't.
it for the money.
They were playing in freaking other countries.
If you're doing it for the fans, why did you leave?
Exactly. Big news in UFC. Chris Lieben suspended 1 year after being tested positive for oxycodone. Is that how you say it?
Oxycontin.
Oxycontin.
That's the street name.
There's a lot.
No. This is oxy, Codone.
Oxycodone.
Codone.
Codone and kind of the same thing.
And then oxymorphone.
Synthetic heroin.
Yeah, he's been having a bad. He just lost a fight, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Lost a fight to Mark Munoz, who, after he just destroyed Silva, and the big UFC coming up, John Jones and Machida. And then under that,
Yes.
the rematch. Frank Mir, Nogueira. And then after that, Nogueira's brother against Tito Ortiz.
It's on the same card?
Yes.
When's that?
Next Saturday.
Yes,
No,
I'm
Tito
watching.
Ortiz retired.
No, remember he came back, he
Oh,
won.
God.
And I was the only one that
I thought
called
he
it.
retired
And then he
again.
lost.
I called it.
And he lost.
And then he lost, and I thought he retired again.
No.
He's never gonna.
He's like herpes. He's never gonna go away.
Evan, are you gonna be ready for your fantasy?
I'm ready right now.
No, I don't want to do it right now.
Well, fine.
Let's see.
But yeah, I'm ready.
Anything on this today? Anything else?
There's no MLB move.
Reality?
No Major League Baseball news.
Really?
What'd we miss?
All right, we'll take a break. Do a little Arcade Fire. Close up shop.
No.
Why?
Because the internet's down and.
Can you guys sing Arcade Fire?
Sometimes
Alright.
feel like.
This is our show without power. This is Sportsarena with the ctan and the boys. Oh, this is all the people. Listen to our show. People took away our power in my house. The Christmas tree is up, but our spirit is alive. And also, thank you to Evans Phone for playing Arcade Fire.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright. Shows brought to you by power that we do not have. See, I got our Christmas tree up. If you'd like to send us ornaments, please do.
And presents.
Thank you, Santa Claus. Alright.
Presents for all the boys.
Evan, are you ready for your fantasy football segment?
I am ready.
Alright, take it away.
Yeah.
Fantasy updates this week. This is the last week of the season, depending on what league you're in.
That's true.
Yeah.
For me,
Week
for
13.
regular season.
Regular season, depending on what league you're in. Some leagues going further on, but for standard leagues, it's week 13 is the last one. Then it's playoffs. So if you're in that final week and you're on the cusp of going into the playoffs, or if you already pretty much clinched your division,
Pretty much clinched the game.
then you're good to go. But if you need somebody to pick up, if you're down a running back, down a quarterback, I got a couple guys that you could pick up that are on waivers still. Washington Redskins coach Mike Shanahan has announced that Roy Halou is now going to be the featured back for the Redskins. He is owned in 33% of the leagues right now. He could be a solid number 2 back if you need one. Kevin Smith did go down the other week with a high ankle sprain, so he'll lose a good one. He had a solid week last week with about 12 13 points, depending on which league you're in. He did have 21 points in one league I was in, which I was surprised about, so I picked him up on waivers and on my other ones. Maurice Morris for Detroit. He'll be now replacing Kevin Smith, who, like I said, is out with a high ankle sprain on Thanksgiving, so check him out. He's good for another solid 2 back. And if you're hurting for a quarterback, which I know the Texans are, we're now going to be trying out Delhomme and Garcia
Jeff Garcia.
this week. Garcia coming from the UFL. So if you're looking for a quarterback, look no further than Kyle Orton himself, who was claimed by the Chiefs off of waivers. Tyler Palco.
Good system.
It's a good system. You know, Dwayne Bowe's, his season could be salvaged because he's a top wide receiver. But since Palco has had 7 turnovers in the past 2 weeks.
Palco, that sounds like a law firm.
That's like an old Nintendo game. Like Pac-Man, Palco.
Palco.
He reminds me of Shane Falco.
Go on.
Anyways, Orton is gonna get the chance to try out for the spot this week during practice, but most likely he is probably gonna get the call. So if you need a quarterback, pick up Kyle Orton. He's a good one to go. He's a good quarterback, solid. He's miles ahead of Tyler Palco. So if you need one, pick up Kyle
Or Shane Falco for that matter.
or Shane Falco too. Yeah, if you're looking at the request.
You need heart.
Need heart, need soul. Yeah,
All right.
not hard with Gene Hackman. Yeah. So yeah, that's the fantasy updates for this week. Next week we'll be going into playoffs. So playoffs. So if you need anybody for playoffs, we'll go into that. So back to you, CT.
All right. That's fantasy from the ladies, man. Evan. All right. So let's get to what we learned today. Evan, what did you learn today?
What I learned today was never wash behind your ears without wooden nickels.
We're gonna move on. Jake, what did you learn today?
This show gets sloppier without power.
I learned that power you need to pay on time, or else you get cut off. Oh,
They don't really like it when you don't give them the money.
guy came up to me. I'm like, can you come back later? He's
I
like,
don't live here, man.
Hey, Mike.
I don't live here, man.
I stole his house. That's what happened. All right, well that'll do it from Sportsarena with the boys.
Hey, man ain't home.
The man ain't home. Tune in for next week. We'll be here again. We will do the best we can with power, hopefully. But we do it our best, and that's how they like it. This is Sports Arena with the ctan and the boys. Thank you for joining us.